locations impacted include Bardstown, Lebanon, Springfield, New Haven, Loretto, Raynor, Berg Spring, Hollistown, Dant, and Booker. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Here is the hazardous weather outlook. Issued at 6:03 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. For portions of South Central Indiana and Central Kentucky. For today and tonight. Multiple rounds of showers and thunderstorms will move across the area this morning and into the early afternoon hours. A few of the storms may become strong to the vigor, with damaging wind gusts being the main severe threat. Isolated large hail is also possible, and one or two brief tornadoes.
Alright guys, good morning. Hope everyone is doing okay on this fine morning. I'm still a little bit out of it, not gonna lie, but hope everyone's doing alright. Glad to have you guys here for today. We have ourselves a bit of activity already starting here. At the crack of dawn, we actually already have ourselves a bit of activity. We actually have several watches that's been issued between Kentucky and between portions of Mississippi and Alabama. So the areas in the pink brackets, these are tornado watches. Tornado watch number 17 will be in effect here until 2 o'clock Eastern time, with the maximum wind gust getting up to around 75 miles an hour, as well as hail potentially could be up near golf ball size, maybe up to ping pong ball size or higher. They did actually introduce the hail threat as I was predicting, which is definitely a little concerning there. We have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings already starting to pop off here. Across portions of Kentucky, we have 2 active tornado warnings here, right here towards the Louisville region, just south, kind of towards like Bardstown. So we're going to go ahead and switch over here to the fancy radar. We're going to take a look and see what is occurring across the areas here. So let's go ahead and load that data right now. But yeah, so as mentioned before, there is tornado warnings in effect for areas here towards like Lebanon, south of Taylorsville, right here towards areas of Bardstown, as mentioned before. These are tornado warnings. As of now, they are radar indicated, so basically they're just issued because of the rotation that's been on them. Velocity, we take a look at that. Oh yeah, there is a little bit. There's a little bit of rotation happening there towards Loretto. You see that? East of Loretto, that area right there. That's some rotation that's kicking off here. All Alone Prepper says good morning and hello, my online family. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. Caden says gotta go bye. See you later, Caden. But yeah, so once again, guys, we have tornado warnings in effect for Kentucky. Once again, here just south of Louisville for areas of Lebanon, Williamsburg, Bardstown. So if you guys know anyone in those areas, or if you're in those areas, highly advised to seek shelter, because that is a pretty nasty looking storm here. It definitely looks like Kentucky is starting to get slammed. So it appears that the majority of the worst of it has already moved through like Louisville. But like this is heading right towards areas of like Lexington. Eventually heading into it's passing Bowling Green right now. Areas of Cave City, Horse Cave region. Actually have family that's down here. They likely just seen the worst of it, but they're probably not done quite yet. But anyways, let's go ahead and switch down here to Mississippi. We got a bunch of storms starting to fire off here at the moment. Not really a hail concern, but damaging wind probability is there. Wow, yeah, this storm is really starting to kick off pretty good here. Here's the national radar view. You can see all these storms really starting to fire off down here. Also for portions of like Kentucky as well. So we got a pretty long line of storms already starting to fire off here. Like I said, today is going to be quite a long day because there is a lot of stuff to cover today. They actually introduced a 10% tornado risk here today, actually. We take a look at the back of my other screen here. They actually did introduce a for the day one outlook, the tornado probability is now up to 10%. It went from 2% on yesterday's stream to now 10%. So areas here, the biggest probability, the biggest concern for tornadoes today will be across portions of central and east central Alabama and basically western and northwestern sides here of Georgia. That's a 10% chance of having tornadoes every 25 miles in the yellow zone. So, I mean, overall, the environment is definitely pretty favorable for tornadic activity, which we're going to need to be on the lookout for today. But yeah, so yeah, pretty big percentage now. 5% risk here across the brown and a 2% chance across the green. And like I said, right now we do have a few tornado warnings this early. Like I said, I'm kind of a little bit still out of it because, I mean, I woke up probably an hour ago, but still I'm kind of running on low sleep tonight because my cat kept on waking me up. Gotta love him, though. But yeah, but like I said, tornado warnings, guys, here for areas south of Louisville. South of Louisville here, once again, towards Bardstown, towards Lebanon, towards Springfield, towards Williamsburg. Once again, the state of Kentucky for those areas has got to be in their shelter. Once again, you guys have got to be, if you're not in a storm cellar, if you have a storm cellar, if you have a basement, first area you want to go. Second place, go to the central interior portion of your home. Recommended away from windows, definitely. You know, the most interior portion here. Let's see here. We got ourselves another warning coming through. I'm in South Carolina. How bad is it going to get here? Possibly central and western's got to watch out. Hold on, let's listen to this.
Eastern Standard Time, and now includes the following counties in Kentucky, Fayette, and Scott. Remember, a severe thunderstorm.
Yeah, this is for like the areas of Louisville.
Are favorable for the development of severe weather, including large hail and damaging winds in
let's see here. Quick and heavy snow on the backside. Yeah, there is actually. Angelina says good morning. Good morning. Golden says, what's up? What's up, Golden? Oh, my mom's here saying, hey, Drew, we are having heavy storms here. Power knocked out. I can see that. Look at this, Mom. Here's the region you see right there. You know, towards LaGrange, and we have Louisville right here. That line just moved through. The worst of it has moved through for the most part for you. But, Mom, you know where Bardstown is? South of Louisville? That's where there's tornado warnings. There's actually some pretty interesting rotation happening with this storm, too. Like I said, here towards Lebanon, we have areas like Bardstown included, towards Williamsburg, Bloomfield, south of Taylorsville. You know, that's kind of the zone we're talking right now. It looks like the velocity is kind of bled off a bit. I'm going to switch to storm relative velocity here. Yeah, so there's a little bit of rotation happening here between Loretto and Springfield. It appears they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning too here for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts right here just towards those regions. So obviously we're going to have to watch out for that. They did just issue a new severe thunderstorm warning in northwestern Alabama, north of Florence. This one's actually for decent-sized hail. You know, for decent-sized hail. I mean, we're talking, first of all, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. You know, the winds could get pretty gusty across those areas. But yeah, you can see right there that little blue dot, blue, white, and pink. That is showing us that there's likely some big chunks of hail up in there. Potentially up to $half size. So we'll have to continue watching that. And yeah, and of course these storms here towards Mississippi, I mean, these guys are taking off too. Would not be surprising if anytime soon we start getting tornado warnings popping up on these ones. Not because there's rotation happening now, just because of the environment these storms are in is more favorable of tornadoes than the storms we're seeing up in Kentucky, and they're already starting to fire off. So honestly, I think today could be a pretty interesting day overall. I mean, if we're seeing things happen this early, I mean, you know these storms, if they happen early, that could obviously be a problem for whenever the environment becomes more available for severe weather, including tornadoes and stuff. My mom says, yeah, it's bad here, or was. Seems like it's slowing down. Yeah, because the main line has moved through. We had small hail here, too. That's honestly not surprising. like I said, you can see where this is at right now, Mom. Like here's LaGrange right there, and you can see the big line right here. That is now east of you. We take a look here at the line, and you can see how it's tracking eastward. So it's moving away from you. The rain's probably going to continue for about 30 minutes or so. They just updated that tornado watch, or sorry, severe thunderstorm watch too. So let's see here. It's my birthday, says KDGF. Well, obviously, happy birthday. Eddie says, "Holy smokes, this is an early one." Yeah, you are correct on that one. Still a little bit out of it, not gonna lie, but we'll charge through. We always do. But yeah, so definitely things are kicking off here. Let's see. Belinda says, "God bless you all." Yeah, you too, Belinda. Daniel says, "What time should I expect in Chattanooga?" That's a good question. So right at the moment, I'm gonna have to say probably around noon. But let's go ahead and switch over here to the models. We got another warning coming through. We'll have to listen to this. Okay, so let's go and take a look at this, guys. While we listen to this warning, here's the forecast models. Okay. So it's kind of showing early afternoon, kind of around 1 to 3. Honestly, I'd say probably more of 2 to 4, just to give it a little bit of wiggle room. But other than that, yeah, things are overall starting to really kick off here pretty strong. I mean, look at this. Yeah, these guys are really cranking now. It's going to continue to do this all day long. Oh, there we go. I think we're about to have another warning, too. We might have double warnings. Yeah, because it looks like they just issued 2 of them. Like both of these were here beforehand. Let's go ahead and switch back here to Louisville here, or the Louisville radar. Yeah, so 1 minute on that tornado warning there for Raywick. It looks like Lebanon, Springfield area. However, a tornado warning will remain in effect here for Bardstown, Williamsburg, Bloomfield for the next 16 minutes or until 9 a.m. local. So yeah, we're gonna have to watch out for that. Yeah, the one that just got issued here is for areas like west of Liberty for the most part, north of Columbia. It looks to be mostly rural areas here for the most part, but yeah, so obviously there's concerns for damaging winds and hail out of that. I mean, we could zoom in on this event here too. My mom was actually in this line of storms, and she just said that there was some hail on it. I mean, you can really see in these areas here, where the purples, the pinks, and the blues are at. That's right there. That's right there showing where there's likely some hail occurring within the storm here. So, anyways, but let's take a look here back towards Mississippi. Like I said, there's a lot of action happening over here too, or starting to happen. Same thing for like Louisiana. Let's go turn down that weather radio. But yeah, we'll if an alert comes through, we'll have to tune into it. Like I said, we're currently listening to the weather radio here in around Louisville, kind of more towards Lexington. But yeah, that one tornado warning, guys, just now got canceled. So if you were in areas of, let's see, Lebanon and Springfield, Raywick region, you are no longer under a tornado warning. You're safe to come out of your shelter, but remain indoors because there is still a severe thunderstorm nearby. So, I mean, still other concerns rather than tornadoes is still a possibility. That being hail, damaging winds, still possible. You know, I mean, just because that tornado threat is mostly over for your area, but yeah. But like I said, we still have a tornado warning though for areas of Bardstown though. Towards Willisburg. So we'll watch out for that. Crazy in Cincinnati here too, says Sarah. Yeah, stay safe out there. Let's actually briefly look at Cincinnati. Yeah, it looks like things are increasing across Cincinnati, so watch out for that. Are we going to have storms all day? Well, for the people, this storm system, yes, it's going to last all day, but for you, I guess you're talking about, like, for you specifically, no. That line that just moved through is the worst you're going to get. Because what happens is after the cold front hits, the stability or the stable air takes over. Basically, basically preventing thunderstorms from further happening. Will Charleston, West Virginia have severe possibilities today? Really none of West Virginia is at risk here. There's a small marginal risk along the far westernmost portion, but it's a very low chance. I'm not too concerned about that happening. Honestly, out of this event, I think snow is going to be more of a concern for those upper elevations, towards the Blue Ridge and towards the, right there in the Blue Ridge area. Anyways, let's see here. So, latest update, guys. Bardstown, Bloomfield, Willisburg. You guys are under a tornado warning, meaning you got to be in your shelters here. Once again, if you guys have a basement, if you have a storm cellar, that's obviously the best place you want to go. But if not, because I know a lot of people don't, if not, you're going to want to go to the central interior portion of your home, such as a closet or a bathroom, just a small area. Put as many walls between yourself and the outside as possible. That'll obviously help protect you from debris and perhaps could shield you from the tornado. That's obviously the goal, is to prevent as least amount of injuries or injury potential as possible. But anyways, we have some storms starting to really fire off here in Mississippi too. Once again, here towards like Jackson, here towards Starkville. Yeah, we have a severe thunderstorm warning here east, a couple of them east of Jackson, Mississippi. Does not seem hail as a big concern on these ones, because all the hail, all these warnings show hail below severe limit. It's mostly the damaging wind concern out of these ones right now. But these areas are actually in a tornado watch, by the way. So, like I said, if you're across portions of this pink bracketed area, yeah, these are tornado watches. Oh, and a new tornado warning just got issued, actually. There you go. Yep, first tornado warning of Alabama today, I think. KGWX, we're going to switch over to that radar, guys. We have some new information, some breaking info. That's a Hook Echo right there. It's a classic signature of tornadic activity. Yep, there's a bit of rotation. You can see right there. That is rotation here just east of Phil Campbell. That is a bit concerning here. Let's see. Nothing on correlation coefficient. So, yep, there we go. So, once again, guys, tornado warning now in effect for Russell, or areas south of Russellville towards Moulton, south of Town Creek. What's going on here now? This is for Kentucky, the weather radio we're listening to. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. Two new tornado warnings now.
Northwestern Garrett County in central Kentucky, southwestern Jessamine County in central Kentucky.
Yep, right there. There's a bit of rotation going on towards Mackville. So yeah, if you're towards Mackville, north of Perryville, and for Harrodsburg and Wilmore. What was that, Bergen as well? Yeah, Bergen. You're in a tornado warning. Let's see here. Other places, I know Russellville, Phil Campbell. I grew up there. Yeah, they're, like I said, they're in that right there. Okay, that one tornado warning for Bloomfield, it looks like. That's no longer in effect. But south of Willisburg. Alright, we're going to switch back to Alabama. Yeah, both of these are showing potential. That's some pretty strong rotation here. Just northeast of Phil Campbell, where we were just talking about here. And, honestly, that looks like that could drop a tornado at any moment.
The tornado warning for southeastern Spencer, northeastern Nelson, southwestern Anderson, and northern Washington counties is canceled.
Okay. Turn that down just a little bit. But yeah, so like I said, guys, we have ourselves a tornado warning now in effect for northwestern Alabama. West of Huntsville, this is going to be passing towards Huntsville. Down in time, you can see how it's tracking relatively towards Huntsville. Still a ways out from the area of Huntsville, though. But like I said, here towards Moulton, here towards the regions of Phil Campbell. Let's see, I'm trying to find some other areas inside of here. That is where we have this tornado warning. So once again, 23 minutes ago on the warning itself. With that being said, there is a possibility, yes, of a tornado, but there's also the possibility of some hail, potentially up to quarter size, and also 60-mile-an-hour winds. So all the concerns are on the table here out of this storm. So regarding tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds, it's all a possibility out of this one storm here in northwestern Alabama. So we're going to have to watch this closely. Gio says, hi, what's up? Hope you're doing good. How long have I been streaming this morning? I've been live here for 20 minutes. Not too long. But yeah, today's going to be a busy day, y'all. Like I said, these storms are really starting to kick off here towards Jackson, Mississippi as well. Northwest of Meridian, towards Forest, Philadelphia region. We got a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect here for the next 22 minutes for 60-mile-an-hour winds and penny-sized hail for a lot of these. So mostly damaging wind concerns, but like I said, this is also in an area where tornado watches are in place. So with that being said, we're gonna have to watch out for this, because like I said, the areas in pink bracketed here, that is a tornado watch, and this specific one right here is a tornado warning, meaning tornadoes are imminent, and they're expected to develop shortly, if not already on the ground, which we should double check on that here. Let's go and switch up here towards KGWX. Let's see. Red Squirrel says, love the new haircut. Looks good. Thank you so much. Yeah, I actually cut it myself yesterday. It's coming for Georgia. Says, what do you mean? Or is it coming for Georgia? Yeah. So this is going to be heading into Georgia, especially towards the Atlanta area. That's where the big risk is today. This orange area you guys see, that's our bullseye today. The yellow is a heavy concern, and the green is the possibility of some isolated, kind of scattered out severe storms. So more specifically, if you're in the yellow or the orange, you're at risk for some potentially nasty storms today, meaning you've got to be watching out for them. Anyways, let's go and take a look here back at velocity on this storm here. Like I said, there was some pretty interesting amounts of rotation happening with this in particular storm here. Still occurring, right here just towards Phil Campbell. As you can see east of it, that area right there you see, that little indentation, that is some currently severe storms. Obviously severe. But that is currently some rotation there going on. So that's obviously where there's the possibility of the activity for tornadoes. So we'll see. That it definitely looks possible. Nothing on correlation coefficient yet, so this would tell us if there's any debris being detected by radar, which there's not yet, but there is some heavy rotation that's being detected. Let's see here. Thanks for letting me know. No problem. Is Dayton, Ohio going to get bad? So the good news is that Ohio is not at risk for any severe storms today, so you're good. Let's see. Douglas says, morning, Andrew. Good morning. Dat says popping off early. Yeah, it sure is. You're telling me. Still kind of out of it. Anyways, but let's move back here to Kentucky. There's a tornado warning here just southwest of Lexington for areas of Mackville, Harrodsville, or Harrodsburg. I'm losing it. It's early, guys. This is Harrodsburg. I think that's right. I'm just going to roll with it. Wilmore here, west of Nicholasville. That's something you're going to learn on the channel, is that my pronunciation of a lot of these areas is absolutely horrible. So, But tornado warning, guys, for this area. It looks like the storm has improved, though, in a good way. Oh, as soon as I said that, it started popping back up. Yeah, that's why you still can't. Still a little bit of something happening here just east of Mackville, it looks like. Campbell, not Campbell. Okay, so Campbell. Very foggy and stormy weather here in Ohio. Yeah, here towards the southern portion of Ohio. There's a bit of storms, but they remain under severity, which is good. Time to Kill says good morning. Good morning. Yeah, you can see some heavy rain moving through Ohio right now, but none of these are worth any serious concern. This is just mostly going to be a soaker. Mostly just bringing some heavy rainfall. But I mean, other than that, that's kind of what we're seeing here. Was woken up by thunder in Cincinnati this morning. Yeah, I mean, these storms are actually stretching up pretty high north, But for those areas, like I said, for overall Ohio in general, they're not expected to be severe, which is good. I have a question. My boyfriend right now is in Columbia, South Carolina, training for military. Will they get hit by this as well, or is he safe? So for Columbia, we take a look here at the Columbia region. They're in Columbia, basically central South Carolina. There is a small risk for severe weather, kind of right there on that level 1 and level 2. Level 2 is the yellow, level 1 is the green. The higher the level, the more severe probability you have. He's right there on the boundary, basically meaning so it's possible he could see some severe storms today. But if he will, it'll be later on, like tonight, because this cold front is firing off storms like this. So we have a long line of storms moving through. This is tracking east, and it's going to take a bit of time to get over there to South Carolina. So once it does, though, it'll be later on tonight, probably. Anyways, let's do a little update, guys. Like I said, right here towards Alabama, right here in Alabama, west of Huntsville, northwest of Birmingham, south of Florence here for areas of Moulton, Russellville, Campbell. Sorry for the person that's already tried to get it correct here. I told you guys I'm horrible when it comes to pronunciations, but anyways, let's see here. So we're going to switch back, if it'll let me, switch back here to the radar view. For some reason, it's not wanting me to switch over to the radar view here. Anyways, but like I said, there is a tornado warning in effect for these areas towards Moulton, towards east of Russellville. So we got to watch out for that one. It does appear that, you can see that little highlighted area there. That's where there's a bit of rotation that's happening, right in there. Oh, shoot. I think that's about to go tornado warn, too. You see that right there? South of Haleyville? Yeah, I think we're about to get a tornado warning here, actually, because that's rotation. That's starting to kick off here pretty strong. Let's see. Let's switch this down in time here. So we track our way down. Yep. So, I think we could have another tornado warning getting ready to be issued here, south of the current one in northwestern Alabama. So we'll definitely watch out for that. I think that's going to happen here soon. I don't think there's any weather radio that covers that area, unfortunately. There is one in Arab, Alabama, but let's see. We're going to try to tune into this. Okay, so now the background radio is in Alabama, so northwestern side. Let's see here. That's how it was earlier. We were without power for almost an hour. Wow, that's crazy. Just think of it as the soup. Okay. But yeah, I'm a little concerned, guys, because I think these regions, like I said, here towards Haleyville, I think these areas are about to get a tornado warning, because it looks like, or there is, rotation that's already starting to kick off across those regions here. Wow, yeah. But once again, areas here, Moulton, south of Russellville, south of Town Creek. There's a tornado warning in effect here. It expires in 15 minutes. So this will be in effect, guys, until 9:15 local. And then we have that other area we're watching out for. South of Haleyville. Yeah, south of Haleyville here for the most part. And then, of course, we move up here towards Kentucky. Like I said, we move up here towards Kentucky, relatively close to Lexington, actually. Like I said, west of Lexington here for the most part. North of Danville towards Harrodsburg. You see the bright colors popping up there. That's showing that there's some rotation happening. Correlation coefficient does not show anything suspicious. So as of now, it remains a radar indicated. Same thing with this guy too. So just going to need to watch out for them. Right now, there's no confirmation on both of these tornado warnings. There's no confirmation as of now that that these are on the ground, but still you don't want to chance it, and you still want to be in your shelter if you're across those areas. And so like I said, I think this is going to, or more than I think, it's actually starting to really grow, which is definitely pretty crazy here. So we'll definitely watch out for this here. Carl says, so what got me into this Weather Channel? Being fascinated by weather. I mean, I've been fascinated since I was even existing on this planet. But Alan says, I'm from northwestern Alabama, thunder and rain here. That tornado is north from me. Gotcha. So stay safe out there, Alan. Like I said, no reason to panic. I understand this is a very stressful situation, but just calm down. It'll be all right. Just make sure if you're in that warning, they just updated it actually. If you're in Moulton, south of Town Creek here, and north of Haleyville now. That is the region where this tornado warning's at. So stay safe out there. Am I getting a degree in meteorology? Honestly, probably not. I would love to, but it costs a lot of money, actually, for one. And I already know a lot of things on weather. I mean, that's what I did in my free time, was just study weather, talk to meteorologists and stuff. So, I mean, not written down, I have a lot of the knowledge, but, not on paper, I have a lot of the knowledge, but honestly, I think it'll be just more of a pain, financially. I mean, hopefully this YouTube channel takes off. Hopefully we can, get enough people, helped out here. Obviously, the more people, the better. But like I said, it's for a good cause, though. It's for a great cause. And like I said, if I wanted to get my meteorology degree, I'd have to be stuck in one location. So basically, if I wanted to go to a National Weather Service somewhere, I'd have to stick with one location. Which, with what I do here, I can look at everywhere. For example, if I was working at the National Weather Service, I'd only be like I said, obviously, I would only be looking at one area, and I wouldn't be able to just scroll back and forth between this. And honestly, if this channel does get to that point, I would have more viewers on here and more lives potentially saving on here. And you got to think, I mean, once cable and stuff like that goes out, due to lack of power from these storms that knock it out, next resort is YouTube. And people go to YouTube to look up the severe weather, and they go to look and see what's going on in their local area. And like I said, that's what we cover. So I just don't think it's worth it, honestly, in multiple areas. But anyway, so once again, guys, we are seeing ourselves a bit of rotation still occurring here. As you can see, west of Moulton, that area right there, that, my friends, is some rotation that's occurring. So it's definitely an area of interest. So we have 10 minutes to go there on that. 10 minutes to go there on that tornado warning, so we'll continue watching that here. Moving back over here to Kentucky, like I said, for areas west of Lexington. Basically northwest of Danville. It looks like conditions are improving. It looks like that rotation might be bleeding out, which is good. But I wouldn't chance it quite yet, because, in my days of watching these storms, a lot of them typically try to redevelop. Not saying this one will, but I've seen a lot of storms that have. And I'm not saying that it's impossible. I'm also not saying it's going to happen. So regardless, let's just let the warning go out. Like I said here, Harrodsburg, north of Danville, east of Macville, and west of Nicholasville. We have 9 minutes to go until 9:15 Eastern, or 9:15 local. Yeah, we got a boatload of severe thunderstorm warnings along this line too, all the way stretching up here to the north for areas of like Williamstown, going on Interstate 75 through Williamstown towards Corinth. Owenton right now is getting the worst of it. Obviously, they're kind of in that darker color, so they're probably seeing some very heavy rainfall, and if not, maybe some hail as well. Let's switch down here. But also, like I said, we can't forget about Mississippi here. I mean, Mississippi's starting to light up here pretty good. I mean, we have a lot of these storms starting to move in towards the regions, mostly just west of Jackson, where we have this right now, towards Meridian, south of Columbus area. So that's kind of what we're seeing here. But with these storms here, it does not appear hail is a concern out of these ones. They remain under the limit. But regarding damaging winds, I mean, heck, we could see some wind gusts out of these things, maybe up to 60 mile an hour. That is. So that's enough to cause some damage. It's enough to throw around some loose objects. And if you're ahead of some of these severe storms, it'd be recommended to bring those loose objects, such as lawn furniture, bring it inside. Toby says good morning. Good morning, Toby. Crystal also says good morning. Good morning, Crystal. Hope you're doing good, guys. Like I said, unfortunately, it's just way too early for this event here. We've been live here for a little bit over a half hour now. But anyways, like I said, guys, we have a tornado warning in effect. Like I said, things are really kicking off here early. So it just really got me wondering what's going to happen later on this afternoon. But like I said, here towards areas north of Danville, Kentucky, west of Lexington. You can see Lexington's up here. East of Bardstown. This is southeast of Louisville now. There's Louisville up there. So that's a tornado warning. Once again, 7 minutes to go on that one. Braden says, hello, good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing good. Oh, shoot, another tornado warning just got issued here for Kentucky. Uh-oh. That's a problem. So we take a look here at this, guys. We're going to switch back. Okay, actually, we're already to the closest radar, I think. Okay, so new tornado warning has gotten issued for Williamstown towards Owington for the next 22 minutes, apparently. Let's take a look here at storm relative velocity. Yep, bit of rotation happening here towards Owington. Doing a great job. Thank you so much. Done tied down stuff outside here in East Tennessee. That's good. Yeah, I'm glad to see people preparing for this. It's obviously the best. And if you're joining here, guys, I'm glad to see you guys taking this seriously and wanting to actually prepare for these. Like I said, these are some nasty storms. And you got to think, a lot of people thinks that at this time of the year, this type of weather is impossible, when it's really not. Definitely a little bit concerning. So, let's see, Carl here with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Carl. Saying, well, you are doing a super job, man. Thank you. No problem. Thank you. Appreciate it, Carl. Thank you for the support on the channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yeah, oh shoot, there's another tornado warning now popped up in Alabama. Okay, yeah, so things are starting to heat up, guys, west of Huntsville. I told you, that's that one storm I was saying that there's rotation on. So apparently they just pulled the plug and they said it. So right here, south of Haleyville, there's a very strong area of rotation occurring. Wow, you can see right there. That's the area of rotation that's happening right now. Northwest of Double Springs here. Once again, Carl, thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it, my friend. There's also that area here north, towards Moulton. So if you're towards Moulton, Alabama, once again, northwestern side here, you're under a tornado warning. You have 5 minutes to go. And also, if you're south of that storm, if your area is here southeast of Haleyville and northwest of Double Springs, there's an area of rotation happening right over across the region here, in which you're under a tornado warning here for the next 50 minutes until 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern. So locally, I believe this is Central Time for these areas, which this would expire at 9 Central. Now, for the storms up here in Kentucky, these are Eastern time zones. This will be here for, obviously, around 10 o'clock. But this one right here will be in effect until 9:15. This one will be in effect here until, let's see here, 9:30. So once again, like I said, we have currently four active tornado warnings here, between 2 of them in Kentucky and 2 of them in Alabama. Once again, northwestern Alabama here. Got some activity occurring in basically portions of central and north central Kentucky is where we also do have a lot of activity as well. Our Lightning Muskie says, our tornado warning just expired here in Kentucky. A strange storm, rain hard, then just got quiet. Yeah, honestly, we take a look here at the reflectivity side here. And you can see how it's a very thin line of, strong activity. You can see how it goes from very strong, showing those darker colors, to lighting up like tremendously. So it's going to start off as kind of medium rain. It's going to hit hard, and then it's going to stop. And once it hits hard, that's kind of where the tornado probability is. Especially towards like Williamstown. Williamstown's about to get it hard here. Owington, I think you guys have got worst of it already. But anyways, what's the capital of Colorado? Denver, right? But anyways, it was thundering here in Ohio. That's not surprising, honestly. Like I said, Ohio, so Ohio today is not under any severe weather risk today. However, I will show you there is a lot of strong or heavy rainfall occurring across these regions. And does not mean that you can't see any thunderstorms. It's just severe thunderstorms is not expected. Regarding what was classified as quote-unquote severe is damaging winds 58 miles an hour or more. Wind gusts up to 58 would consider a severe thunderstorm, and hail 1 inch or quarter size or larger, which is kind of what we're looking at there. But anyways, let's take a look here back here towards Kentucky. Like I said, right here towards Williamstown, guys, Owington. I think Owington's mostly out of this. Towards Corinth, there is a tornado warning in effect for the next 17 minutes here. We got a new warning coming through. I think they just extended it. Yep. Here for Lexington, it looks like, for southern Lexington, towards Richmond, there is a severe thunderstorm warning. Let's go and tune into that.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama, has issued a tornado warning.
Oh shoot, that's not a severe thunderstorm. Hold on, where? Oh wait, I forgot I'm in Alabama. Oh gosh, okay, we got some problems. First of all, we have a confirmed tornado now. I think this is the first one of the day. Oh, things just heated up here pretty good, guys. Okay, this one northwest of Double Springs. This one's now confirmed. Oh yeah, that's a big... You all see that blue dot there? That is confirmed debris. Good golly. So, yep, that's the first... Yep, that thing is now on the ground officially. Meaning, if you're north of Double Springs here, guys, like directly north within like a couple miles, you're in the direct path of a tornado. You can see that big blue dot that's right there, and we take a look here at the velocity. You can see that very strong rotation between the greens and the reds. Yeah, that is an active tornado on the ground, guys, in northwestern Alabama. They just extended that one tornado warning here for Moulton and Decatur, Hillsboro included, northwest of Hart-Selly. Wow. Yeah, this one's a big problem. Yeah, this literally has just now happened, which is pretty crazy here. But yeah, that is a nasty signature here, y'all. So once again, it's a pretty nasty storm. I mean, this thing is, like I said, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground right now. Once again, northwest of Double Spring. Which is crazy. East of Haleyville. That big blue dot you guys see there, once again, that's a active tornado. Yep, new update just came through. It's still on the ground. So once again, everybody, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground here right now. North of Double Springs, guys. Once again, this is in northwestern Alabama. Can't forget about these other tornado warnings here in Kentucky. Once again, if you're here in Kentucky, towards Richmond, towards Nicholasville, you're under a tornado warning for the next 30 minutes. If you're here towards Williamstown, north of Sadieville, east of Owington, you're in a tornado warning for the next 15 minutes here in northern Kentucky. And of course, we're really watching northwestern Alabama. That's kind of shifted to be our primary area we're looking at now because, like I said, there's an active tornado on the ground at the moment. The moment you guys are watching this here live, that's a tornado that's happening right now. Right at this second, northwest of Double Springs, guys, that's an active tornado. Like I said, that is on the ground. That's confirmed at this point. You see that big blue dot there? That's showing that there has been debris, such as, I don't know why this is here, but, utensils, not just forks and stuff, but light objects, debris, anything that could be tossed, paper bags, gets lofted so far up in the air that the radar scans it and it says, hey, well, this looks different than a normal raindrop would. So that's why you see a big drop there. It's because it turns the value because it's saying, that's not right. That does not look like rain. And like I said, we know this is a tornado because of, first of all, that is showing, debris. But second of all, there's a very strong area of rotation that's happening here as well, directly overlapping that debris signature. So we can confirm it. That's what we call a radar confirmed tornado. Obviously, that meaning, first of all, the tornado's on the ground and currently doing some problems, which is crazy here. But that's kind of what we are. That's kind of what we are actively seeing. So once again, yep, tornado warning, guys, or confirmed tornado on the ground here. Once again, east of Haleyville, northwest of Double Springs. Got to keep an eye on that one. It's a pretty nasty storm, actually. Like I said, we also got to keep an eye on Kentucky, too, because it's not just Alabama here at the moment that's seeing tornadic activity. And it looks like that the new scan that just came through, we're going to activate live scan. Live scan here, north of Double Springs. It is, that debris ball has gotten large in size. And I'm actually curious to see how large the debris ball is. So let's measure this, actually. So first of all, if you're basically here towards Double Springs, just a few miles northwest, first of all, there's a tornado on the ground right next to you. Holy cow. That debris ball is 2.5 miles wide. Now, that does not mean the tornado itself is 2.5 miles wide. It just means that as the debris scatters through the atmosphere, it spreads out. And so the radar is detecting that debris pretty spread out here, about 2.5 miles to be exact. Which, we go way up in the atmosphere here, and you can see how, it appears that the debris is just shown on the lower scans. But once again, that is now confirmed. Let's see here. All Alone says, my brother's cabin. Sierra Mountain says over 10 feet of snow and 36 inches expected this weekend. That's pretty crazy. James says, okay. I'm rolling off you for now. Thanks for keeping everyone safe. I'm going to try to take a nap since the storm interrupts my sleep. I'll talk to you later this afternoon. Sounds good. Let's see here. So new scan came through. Yep, debris ball's still there, guys. Yeah, look at this. This thing's been on the ground for quite a few moments now. This thing's still on the ground, apparently. So once again, guys, there is an active tornado on the ground here, northwest, or basically north now of Double Springs, about 3 miles north of Double Springs, Alabama, once again. Oh, yeah, that's the storm I was telling you guys before it went warned, that has potential on it, and it does. And now it's a confirmed tornado. So once again, everybody, if you know anybody north of or towards the Double Springs, Alabama region, another area nearby is Haleyville or Lynn, let them know. Because once again, I'm sure there's people around this area, okay, that's still not awake yet, which that's very concerning. This is a very early event here. And like I said, this is obviously really concerning because of how early these storms are firing off here, and it really makes you think, once the environment becomes more favorable this afternoon as the sun heats up the surface, that's going to make things probably a little bit worse. And honestly, that's a bit concerning. And like I said, we take a look here back at the overall risk area. You can see the yellow here, and you can see the orange. The orange is the bullseye area for today. That is the region where the biggest amount of severe weather, the greatest potential of seeing severe weather is located. So that's obviously a very big concern in itself. And like I said, they actually threw up the possibility of a 10% chance of everywhere in the yellow here seeing a tornado. Now, obviously, every single area here is not going to see a tornado, but it's a 10% chance every single, like I said, every single 25 miles of a point. So you have a 25 mile by 25 mile square box. There's a 10% chance that a tornado could drop in every 25 miles, which if you add that up totally to how many 25-mile boxes will fit in this yellow area, it'll leave you with a pretty decent probability of a tornado happening overall across that area. And like I said, I mean, these tornadoes that are happening now is in kind of not even in the highest tornado risk here for today. Supposed to get rain, snow mix tomorrow, says Braden. Well, obviously stay safe out there. There is a bit of snow that is expected on the system, but I mean, honestly, nothing too crazy. This is mostly like a severe weather type of concern here. Anyways, update on the radar. Okay, there is still a debris signature there. So there is still debris being detected by radar, but it's not as dark blue, which meaning it could not be fresh debris. I'm not going to go by saying that because, I mean, there still very well could be a tornado on the ground. In fact, they actually just now put it back to radar indicated. But like I said, I mean, this storm is violent, and this is a very nasty storm here. Once again, you're getting ready to pass north of Addison, right here towards Double Springs. You know, the tornadic part north of Addison here. I'm actually going to stand up here for a moment. I've been sitting down here for a little bit. You know, got to stand up every once in a while. But anyways, but like I was saying here, I mean, seriously, this is a very nasty line of storms that's moving through here. Like I said, we take a look here back towards Kentucky even. Like I said, we have some pretty strong storms here even in Kentucky. Interesting. Weather spotters reported a funnel cloud here. So like I said, there's actually a tornado warning here south of Lexington, Kentucky. You can see here. Apparently, if my radar wanted to work, let's try KJKL. That might be better to look at here. Yeah, so if you're towards Richmond, you know, if you're towards like the Richmond area, obviously there's a tornado warning for Wilmore towards Richmond, east of Danville now. Got 21 minutes to go. I have 7 daughters in Birmingham. How's the weather there? So for Birmingham, actually, I hate to say this, but Birmingham's actually in part of the biggest risk for today. But at the moment, it's clear for the most part. But you can see the nastiness here on the western side. You can see all this precipitation, all this heavy rain and stuff is going to be moving through Birmingham probably within the next 2-3 hours. But we'll definitely watch out for that. I have 2 daughters in Lexington. So Lexington, Kentucky. Yeah, so like I said, if you're up here towards the Lexington area, there's a tornado warning right for like southern Lexington. Kind of more towards Richmond, I'd say. So we got about 20 minutes to go on that one here. Also towards Danville. That's kind of where this is at. Let's see here. Hayden says, in South Carolina, most of the storms will come around 7. They'll be at night when the severe threat weaken by then. Or will the severe weather threat weaken? So there is areas in South Carolina that does have the possibility for severe storms here tonight, in which obviously that severe weather threat does not completely die out by the time it reaches South Carolina. So I would definitely continue watching it. Let's go ahead and actually move my camera back now. But anyways. But like I said, I mean, if you guys are in the dark green, the yellow, or the orange, once again, those are the areas there that's at the biggest threat here for today. They did just update that tornado warning, guys. Still, now it's back to radar indicated, basically meaning that as of now, it's just rotation again. The debris signature out of it, let's see, we'll switch back here to the radar we were looking at. There is still a little bit of debris there. As you can actually see, north of Double Springs here, northwest of Addison. Yeah. But it appears that that tornado might be off the ground, which is good. And you can see that big debris signature there. You know, the debris does not appear to be as fresh. Todd says, can I look at the bottom cell, Alabama? Yeah. Towards, you said, bottom of Alabama. Let's see, we're going to switch over here. Southeastern side here. Honestly, let's see, how south are you talking about? We'll switch over here towards Birmingham here. You can see. Yeah, there's actually, these storms here are probably going to be moving in towards Tuscaloosa here in the next little bit. Oh, shoot. There's actually now a tornado warning for Mississippi. So this just popped up here. So, guys, if you're here towards Prentiss, if you're here towards Columbia, east of Brookhaven, there's now a tornado warning in effect for you guys. So, once again, if you're across those regions, seek shelter. Once again, Prentiss, Monticello, and north of Columbia here. That is an active tornado warning that's in effect, in which we are going to watch that one too. Yeah, things are getting a little overwhelming now, considering we have 5 active tornado warnings. Like I said, we have 2 here in Kentucky. One's just south of Lexington, kind of towards Richmond. Another one here towards Williamstown, here in Kentucky. And another one here in northwestern, almost north-central Alabama. This storm in particular is heading towards Huntsville, which that's a little concerning. We'll continue watching that one. Got a new warning coming through.
Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for
northwestern
Coleman County in north-central Alabama, southwestern Morgan County in north.
So we got a new warning popping up here. Severe thunderstorm warning this time. Todd says, sorry, Mississippi. Okay. So I guess it's just the ones that, I guess it's just the one that we decided to go tornado warn, I'm assuming. Yep, there you go. That was that tornado we talked about earlier. Yeah, I mean, there's a bit of rotation happening here south of Monticello. There you go. So that yellow box you see there, guys, that's the new warning they just issued. So here's where things start to get a little bit more concerning, because these storms are actually getting ready to start moving into the big risk area. You know, once again, the orange area here, let me move that down a little bit. The orange area here is where the biggest, that's where the biggest concern is today, is that orange region. Police reporting homes damage on southern Alabama tornado. I would not be surprised. I mean, like I said, we did see some very strong, signatures here. Okay, we'll turn that down now. Like I said, we take a look here back at that one cell. I mean, you can see that big blue ball that moves its way here. That's confirmed debris. I mean, that's like houses. I mean, pieces of houses, not the full-on houses, obviously. But that's like debris. I mean, anything that can be lofted into the air from a tornado, that's what the radar is scanning. And so that's a little bit, overall, that's a little bit concerning there. But yeah, so once again, we now have our first tornado warning from Mississippi, north of Columbia, towards Prentiss. Thanks, sorry for the confusion. I said Alabama. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Yeah, also severe thunderstorm warning here north of Meridian. Once again, north-central Alabama here. We have 2 tornado warnings in effect here. And like I said, I mean, this one that's happening here towards Decatur, Hillsboro, this is aiming towards Huntsville, in which we might need to watch out for this one, because this could have problems for the region nearby. So once again, tornado warning here for those areas for the next 15 minutes, basically. They did cancel one of the tornado warnings here towards Williamstown, Kentucky. That's no longer in effect. However, the storm here south of Lexington towards the Richmond area, that area has a tornado warning in effect here still. So we'll definitely watch out for it. Basically, right across Interstate 75. Anything in Ohio? No. Yeah, nothing severe is in Ohio, really. We take a look here across the area. You can see there's no dark green. The dark green indicates where a few scattered, severe storms could be across. The yellow shows a bit more aggressiveness, maybe a few more storms, maybe a few more stronger storms too. And then, like I said, once we move into the orange, that's where big problems start to arise. Like I said, that's the bullseye for the area, and like I said, these storms are getting ready to move into that area. And like I said, especially later on this afternoon, I mean, you got to think right now, the atmosphere is not heated up to its maximum potential. So once the sun heats up the surface, that is going to allow for more activity. And it's just kind of concerning to show just how much tornadic activity we've already had this morning. And since this live stream here, I mean, we were here during like the first tornado warnings of the day. And they've been popping off ever since we've been live here, which is crazy. And like I said, literally just a few minutes ago, guys, if you're just tuning into us, we just had a tornado on the ground in northwestern Alabama, which I don't know if there's any reports. Let's see here. Gonna see here if there's any reports of a tornado happening here. Let's see here. I don't see anything on Twitter. Because if there was some footage or something like that that's available to share, I'd show you guys. But there's nothing popping up yet. But Toby says in chat that police reporting that our homes are damaged, and which I'm honestly not concerned. I'm concerned. I'm definitely concerned. But I'm obviously not surprised. Is what I meant to say. Very concerned, not really surprised though. I mean, that signature we saw is crazy. Didn't think the storms would be this bad, says Eli. Honestly, I'm kind of right there with you. I knew that the environment was possibly there, but this early, I did not expect that. It was only at 2% yesterday. It was, and that obviously did not last. That obviously did not last at all. Anyways, we take a look here back towards Louisville. Once again, we have a tornado warning in effect here towards Richmond. Towards Interstate 75 here. Yeah, so towards Interstate 75, we're going to watch out for that. I know Augusta, Georgia is going to have, or get hit pretty hard with gusty winds and stuff. Yeah, so like I said, really a lot of central and northern Georgia is at risk today. We're just going to take a look here. Once again, we have a tornado warning here west of Huntsville. We have 11 minutes to go on that one. More specifically, I should be towards like Decatur and southeast of Cortland. We move over here towards southern Mississippi. We have another tornado warning here towards Hattiesburg, south of Magee. And then lastly, we have one for central Kentucky towards Richmond. So that's what we're looking at there right now. Did not mean to do all that. Don't know what's going on there. But, yep, Richmond one just got updated. This expires at 9:45, so we don't really have too much longer on that one, so. But still remain in your shelter until further notice. But like I said, I'm a little concerned because that tornado warning storm here is heading towards Huntsville. As of now, it's not confirmed, but still, there is a bit of rotation on it, as you can see between the reddish pink and the greens here. Yeah, I'm getting ready to move through Decatur right now. Nothing on correlation coefficient, so there's no confirmed debris here. But that is getting ready to cross through Huntsville. Getting ready to. On my local news in Augusta, saying strong to severe storms are likely. Honestly, yeah. It's going to be kind of expected here. Definitely a little bit crazy, guys. Like I said, these storms are really starting to heat up here towards Mississippi, too. Like I said, they're really starting to crank here. Oh, another warning coming through. Let's go ahead and tune into this. So, yeah, this is in Alabama, by the way, y'all. I don't know what's going on with the radio.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama, has issued a tornado warning for west central Madison County and north central Alabama.
Oh, yep, that's getting a lot closer to Huntsville.
In north-central Alabama.
Yikes.
Northwestern Morgan County in north-central Alabama.
Yeah, that's not good.
Central Standard Time.
That is not good at all.
33 a.m. Central Standard Time. A severe thunderstorm
We'll switch over here to a closer radar.
was located near Trinity or near Decatur, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. The storm produced damage in Moulton near the intersection of highways 157 and
Damage reported in Moulton? Actually, I forgot to turn on weather reports here.
Source. Weather spotters reported funnel cloud in northeastern
Holy cow.
impact. Flying debris
How fast are these storms moving? Around 40 to 50 miles an hour.
will be damaged
Northeast.
or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage.
Yeah, that's a problem.
This dangerous storm will be near 10 or around 8:40 a.m. Central Standard Time.
And like I said, this is concerning because,
Reported around 8
I mean, next up will include Huntsville.
Western Huntsville, Madison.
There was reported damage. There was, yeah.
Around 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Other locations.
There you go. Report of storm damage with people
Morrisville, Capshaw.
entrapped near Delmar, Indiana. Or,
Cover now.
oh, I'm so stupid. Not Indi. I'm.
Floor of a sturdy
I was about to say this is Alabama, but basically here for storm damage with people entrapped near Delmar in western Winston County. There we go. That was crazy. What ingredients are making these storms severe? A lot of winds at your lower and upper portions of the atmosphere, and a lot of energy, basically a lot of interaction between cold and warm air. Also, hail report here too. Not severe though. You know, that has to be 1 inch or larger. It's 0.7 or 7/10 of an inch.
Northwestern Coleman County in north
Interesting. Yeah, a lot of damage here reported. ASOS wind gust report at 58, 55. Wind damage here, tree down towards Elizabethtown.
a.m. Central Standard
Trees down.
At 8:24 a.m. Central Standard Time. A severe
Anyways.
thunderstorm was located over Moreland.
I don't know if there's any tornadoes warnings for Ohio. No.
Moving east at 40
No, Ohio, like I said, Ohio's not really at risk today for severe weather,
tornado.
which is good.
Each in a sense, we
Like I said, if you're in Ohio, there's really not a big risk here
60 miles
for that occurring.
and quarter-size hail. Source.
Local news in Montgomery said the wind yesterday would be wind. They lied.
Hail damage to vehicles and
Honestly, I kind of knew there would be a potential of tornadoes. We talked about this here literally the other day. Like I said, we take a look here over at the analysis here,
West Point.
and I mean you can see. I mean the winds are screaming northeast.
Your protection moved to an interior room.
Do I think that Amelia, Ohio, will be hit by tornadoes? No.
Tornado
No. Like I said, tornado risk here in Ohio is non-existent.
time for north central
Here's the overall view, y'all.
western Alabama. Repeating.
Looks like the storms are more severe than expected. That's an understatement. Yeah, they upgraded this risk here to a 10% tornado risk here at the last minute. Like I said, areas in orange, that's the biggest threat for today.
Has issued a tornado warning for
Yeah, that's the biggest threat for today.
in north central Alabama.
Once again, guys, tornado warning in effect here for areas south of Macon. I'm going to stand up again here. Just got to be, can't be sitting down all day, you know.
9 a.m. Central Standard.
But here north of Macon, or south of Macon here,
Severe thunderstorm capable
heading towards Aliceville,
located near
north of Gainesville.
Decatur. Moving northeast at 40
In winter, all the severe weather seems to be more deep south. Yeah, that's because essentially we have a lot more, you know, a lot of the moisture, a lot of the energy comes from the Gulf of Mexico, and it can only go so high up north during the wintertime.
spotters reported funnel
Redneck says, what about Kentucky? Yeah, Kentucky has a big risk here today.
flying debris will be dangerous to those
Oh, shoot, they just issued another watch.
mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed.
Yep, there you go. Severe thunderstorm watch number 18. This includes, actually, that's surprising. They actually included southern Ohio, yet there is no risk for southern Ohio. So maybe, hey, I mean, they might recently see potential in this. I wouldn't. Severe thunderstorm watch means that, you know, more of a damaging wind type of concern, which is not surprising. But yeah, tornadoes I'm not concerned about for Ohio. That threat kind of really, yeah, that tornado threat really kind of cuts off towards, you know, kind of more specifically towards Kentucky. But yeah, we're having a lot of wind reports coming through here. This is trees down. Yep, a lot of trees reported down here actually. Bit crazy, y'all. Once again, I'm a little worried. I'm a little concerned about Huntsville because, like I said, there's a tornado warning here west of Huntsville right now. And I think that this is, like I said, this thing's tracking right at Huntsville. So if you're in Huntsville, if you know anyone who lives in Huntsville, y'all give them a heads up. Yeah, seriously, give them a heads up, you guys, because, like I said, I mean, this thing's pretty crazy. You know, this thing is definitely kicking. If you're wondering why I'm on the corner of the camera and I'm standing up, it's because, obviously, I don't want to be sitting down for multiple hours today. And I really don't feel like moving the camera too much because that'll probably mess things up. But I'll try my best to keep my head in frame. Can't promise you anything, but yeah, well, like I said, Huntsville, a little concerned about. Right now, there's tornado warnings here south of Athens, areas here north of Triana, once again towards Decatur. Got to watch out for that. And once again here, there is a tornado warning here north, or south here, south of Lexington here, and right here towards Richmond. Which is, yes, there's been some tornado pop-ups here, or tornado warning pop-ups here all over Kentucky this morning. Is that storm near Huntsville and EF3? So, Eli, there is no way to tell exactly how strong the tornado was until surveyors go out and detect the damage. Can I look on Red Spring, North Carolina? So, we're not going to look at specific areas, but you can look here at the map. If you're in the dark green or if you're in yellow, you're at risk for severe weather today. But regardless, yeah, I mean, West Virginia or North Carolina should be watching out today across the regions there. South Carolina, yeah, north and south. Sorry, I'm a little bit off camera. I'm just trying to stand up a little bit because, like I said, after being sitting down for a while, it's especially this early, it's good to get up and let the blood circulate. Hold up. What is going on? We have a report of a lightning strike. Lightning struck Madison Crossing Elementary School, causing damage to portion of the electrical system based off of preliminary reports. Well, I bet you all the kids are excited to go home from school, I'm sure. I mean, you can't really teach in. New tornado warning just now popped up here in Mississippi. Right here in Mississippi, y'all. Right here, north of Meridian, south of Starkville. There you go. New tornado warning here. Let's take a look here. Velocity. Oh, yeah. Yeah, bit of rotation. You can see right there, northwest of Collinsville. That is, it's a little concerning. I need one of those stand-up desks, you guys. You know, ones that adjust. That would be so perfect for this right now. Like I said, I'm sorry I'm off camera, but I'm just... I just need to stand up here a little bit. Did they just extend... I don't think so. Fame says, can I check... Yeah, so Fame, we just looked over there. Let's see here. Thanks, Andy, for being here for us. No problem. Absolutely, guys. You know... Care about y'all. Want you guys to be safe out there, so I'm going to do everything I can in my power to keep you all informed. Absolutely. We got y'all. Don't worry. They're just now canceling that tornado warning here for, well, not for many areas here, because they just re-extended it into Decatur. Like I said, if you're in Huntsville, though, like I said, this tornado warning is heading towards Huntsville, which is just a little concerning. Like I said, here towards central Kentucky, like I said, we also have a tornado warning here towards the Richmond area. Yeah, right there towards the Richmond area. So we are going to watch out for this, my friends. But yeah, they actually did extend that. Severe thunderstorm watch in the areas here of West Virginia and southern Ohio, which is just a little bit concerning there. Yeah, there's actually reports of funnel clouds now coming up, which is pretty crazy. Even if you're in a slight marginal risk, you still have a lot of tornado warnings, or you can still have a lot of tornado warnings. That last outbreak happened that way. Yeah, absolutely. You know, don't judge your don't judge anything based off of what risk you're in for severe weather. I mean, if you're in any risk at all for severe weather, you should take it seriously. I mean, regardless if it's just a simple little marginal risk, if it's a high risk for all, who cares? I mean, seriously, it does not matter what level it is. There is a threat for you. And like I said, if you're across the dark green here, like I said, here's the big area. Like I said, right here in the dark green, the yellow and the orange, that's the big areas today. Once again, the yellow and orange areas. I'm actually gonna move my camera up just a little bit. So the yellow and the orange areas, like I said, those are the big ones, especially. But with that being said, oh shoot, did they issue another tornado warning here? Did we cover this one yet? South Mississippi, I feel like we have, towards Prentice, right? West of Sumrall. Another one here north of Meridian, south of Columbus. Another one here in northern Alabama, you know, west of Huntsville. Okay, that's good. Okay, so they're talking about that pre-extension warning. But, yeah, there you go. That tornado warning's still in effect here. Once again, like I said, guys, if you're in Huntsville, you should watch out for this, because this could honestly turn south here soon. You know, this could really go south. Once again, I'm not trying to scare you guys. I'm just trying to let you all know that there's a tornado warning knocking on your front door. Yeah, also that. that's also kind of a concern. Yeah. Should turn that down a little bit. But anyway, so guys, I tell you what here. I think I'm going to head off here to break here in a moment. That way we can just, you know, so I can get breakfast, because I have not ate anything and my stomach is growling. But we'll be back here later on here, so probably be gone for a little bit. But we'll keep the radar view up and stuff like that for y'all. So, but anyways, that's what's happening there, my friends. You know, that is what we are seeing. So we're going to continue to watch this. But all right, well, we're going to head off here to break here for guys for a little bit. Like I said, I understand that now is not the best time to do such, but the thing is, guys, is that there really is not going to be a best time to do this regardless. As much as I would like to. Like I said, as much as I would like to stay here, the entirety of the day, there's just a lot of things that, you know, is likely going to happen. I mean, honestly, I kind of think that conditions are going to get a little worse here, unfortunately. So, we're going to probably take a little bit of an extended break here, guys. We'll probably be gone for about a half hour. So, like I said, watch out for that, my friends. So, like once again, if you guys are new, consider hitting that subscribe button. You know, come back and join us here in about 30 minutes. We'll set a timer here right now. That way you guys can stay up to date. All right, my friends. Well, once again, we are going to be heading off here in 30, or we'll be back here in 30. So grab yourself some food. Grab yourself something to eat. Which is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go make some breakfast because I am starving. Have not ate anything. And like I said, we're not ending the coverage. You know, this will continue for a while today, I'm sure. So we'll be back here in a little bit. All right, my friends. Once again, thank you all for joining us, and we'll be back here relatively soon.
Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. The severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Coleman and southeastern Lawrence counties is canceled. The severe thunderstorm which prompted the warning has moved out of the warned area. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for North Central, Northeastern, and Northwestern Alabama. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for Southwestern Morgan County. At 8:45 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 7 miles northeast of Sardis, or 10 miles southwest of Hartselle, moving east at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Decatur, Hartselle, Priceville, Falkville, Lake Con, Neal, Massey, and Cold Springs. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for North Central, Northeastern, and Northwestern Alabama. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following county: Morgan, Alabama. The tornado warning for northwestern Morgan County is canceled. The tornadic thunderstorm which prompted the warning has moved out of Morgan County. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for North Central, Northeastern, and Northwestern Alabama, and Middle Tennessee. A tornado warning remains in effect until 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for West Central Madison and Southeastern Limestone counties. At 8:46 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Tanner, or near Athens, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, tornado and quarter-size hail. Source, weather spotters reported a funnel cloud. Impact, flying debris will be dangerous to those caught without shelter. Mobile homes will be damaged or destroyed. Damage to roofs, windows, and vehicles will occur. Tree damage is likely. This dangerous storm will be near Huntsville International Airport around 8:50 a.m. Central Standard Time. Madison, Redstone Arsenal, and Harvest around 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Western Huntsville around 9:10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Other locations impacted by this tornadic thunderstorm include Mooresville, Capshaw, Bellmina, and French Mill. Take cover now. Move to a basement or an interior room on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. Avoid windows. If you are outdoors, in a mobile home, or in a vehicle, move to the closest substantial shelter and protect yourself from flying debris. Repeating, a tornado warning remains in effect until 9 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following county: Madison, Alabama. The following is a wind advisory for the Guntersville, Arab, Boaz, and Albertville listening areas for the following counties in Alabama: Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, and Marshall. Wind advisory in effect from 7 a.m. this morning to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time this afternoon. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour expected. Where? Portions of north central, northeast, and northwest Alabama and southern middle Tennessee. When? From 7 a.m. this morning to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time this afternoon. Impacts: gusty winds could blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Use extra caution when driving, especially if operating a high-profile vehicle. Secure outdoor objects. You are listening to the voice of the National Weather Service on NOAA Weather Radio Station WNG 642. Broadcast as a public service from the transmission facilities of WAFN Fun 92.7 FM radio in Arab, Alabama. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office in Huntsville and is transmitted on a frequency of 162.525. At 8 a.m. at Albertville Regional Airport, skies were cloudy. The temperature was 63 degrees. The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Marshall County in northeastern Alabama, southern Madison County in north central Alabama, southeastern Limestone County in north central Alabama, central Morgan County in north central Alabama until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. At 8:54 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Hartselle, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Southern Huntsville, Decatur, Hartselle, Redstone Arsenal, Priceville, Owens Crossroads, Falkville, Garley, Triana, and Marshall Space Flight Center. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama: Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. At 8 a.m. at Albertville Regional Airport, skies were cloudy. The temperature was 63 degrees. The dew point was 59, making the relative humidity 88%. Winds were south at 9 miles an hour, gusting to 18. The pressure was 29.88 inches and falling. Rainfall in the last hour was 0.01 inches. At Cullman Regional Airport, skies were cloudy. The temperature was 64 degrees. The dew point was 63, making the relative humidity 94%. Winds were southwest at 17 miles an hour, gusting to 24. The pressure was 29.86 inches and falling. At the Cullman Agricultural Station, the temperature was 63 degrees. Winds were southwest at 8 miles an hour. Elsewhere across the area: Fort Payne, cloudy and 64. Scottsboro, cloudy and 64. Gadsden, cloudy and 64. Huntsville, thunder and The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Madison County in north central Alabama, east central Limestone County in north central Alabama, until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. At 8:56 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Harvest, or near Madison, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. This storm has a history of producing damage in Franklin, Lawrence, and Morgan counties. This storm may intensify and additional tornado warnings may be warranted. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, emergency management. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Huntsville, Madison, Moores Mill, Meridianville, Redstone Arsenal, Hazel Green, Alabama A&M University, University of Alabama in Huntsville, Harvest, and New Market. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. This is an extremely dangerous situation. This storm has a history of producing damage and is still capable of trees and power lines damage. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following county: Madison, Alabama. The tornado warning for west central Madison and southeastern Limestone counties will expire at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. The storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and has exited the warned area. Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will relay your report to the National Weather Service, Huntsville, Alabama. Repeating, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire for the following county: Madison, Alabama. The severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Morgan County will expire at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. The storm which prompted warning has moved out of the area. Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama. Remember, a severe thunderstorm warning still remains in effect for portions of Morgan County, including the Hartselle area. Repeating, the severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to expire for the following county: Morgan, Alabama. At 8 a.m. at Albertville Regional Airport, skies were cloudy. The temperature was 63 degrees. The dew point was 59, making the relative humidity 88%. Winds were south at 9 miles an hour, gusting to 18. The pressure was 29.88 inches and falling. Rainfall in the last hour was 0.01 inches. At Cullman Regional Airport, skies were cloudy. The temperature was 64 degrees. The dew point was 63, making the relative humidity 94%. Winds were southwest at 17 miles an hour, gusting to 24. The pressure was 29.86 inches and falling. At the Cullman Agricultural Station, the temperature was 63 degrees. Winds were southwest at 8 miles an hour. Elsewhere across the area: Fort Payne, cloudy and 64. Scottsboro, cloudy and 64. Gadsden, cloudy and 64. Huntsville, thunder and 65. Decatur, thunder and 68. Muscle Shoals, light rain and 65. Once again, at 8 a.m. at Albertville Regional Airport, cloudy and 63. And at Cullman Regional Airport, cloudy and 64. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 17, effective until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. This watch includes the following counties in Alabama: Blount, Cullman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Repeating, Tornado Watch number 17 has been issued until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama: Blount, Cullman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. The tornado warning for west central Madison and southeastern Limestone counties will expire at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. The storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and has exited the warned area. Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will relay your report to the National Weather Service, Huntsville, Alabama. Repeating, the tornado warning has been allowed to expire for the following county: Madison, Alabama. The severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Morgan County will expire at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. The storm which prompted the warning has moved out of the area. Therefore, the warning will be allowed to expire. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama. Remember, a severe thunderstorm warning still remains in effect for portions of Morgan County, including the Hartselle area. Repeating, the severe thunderstorm warning has been allowed to expire for the following county: Morgan, Alabama. The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Marshall County in northeastern Alabama, southern Madison County in north-central Alabama, southeastern Limestone County in north-central Alabama, central Morgan County in north-central Alabama, until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. At 8:54 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Hartselle, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include southern Huntsville, Decatur, Hartselle, Redstone Arsenal, Priceville, Owens Crossroads, Falkville, Garley, Triana, and Marshall Space Flight Center. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for North Central, Northeastern, and Northwestern Alabama, and Middle Tennessee. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama: Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northern Madison County in north-central Alabama, east-central Limestone County in north-central Alabama, until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. At 8:56 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Harvest, or near Madison, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. The storm has a history of producing damage in Franklin, Lawrence, and Morgan counties. The storm may intensify and additional tornado warnings may be warranted. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, emergency management. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Huntsville, Madison, Moores Mill, Meridianville, Redstone Arsenal, Hazel Green, Alabama A&M University, University of Alabama in Huntsville, Harvest, and New Market. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. This is an extremely dangerous situation. The storm has a history of producing damage and is still capable of trees and power lines damage. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for North Central, Northeastern, and Northwestern Alabama, and Middle Tennessee. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following county: Madison, Alabama. The following is a wind advisory for the Guntersville, Arab, Boaz, and Albertville listening areas for the following counties in Alabama: Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, and Marshall. Wind advisory in effect from 7 a.m. this morning to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time this afternoon. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour expected. Where? Portions of north central, northeast, and northwest Alabama and southern middle Tennessee. When? From 7 a.m. this morning to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time this afternoon. Impacts: gusty winds could blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Use extra caution when driving, especially if operating a high-profile. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for northwestern Marshall, southern Madison, and southeastern Morgan counties. At 9:08 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Triana, or 7 miles south of Redstone Arsenal, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Location Locations impacted include Southern Huntsville, Redstone Arsenal, Owens Crossroads, Garley, Triana, Marshall Space Flight Center, Morgan City, Huntsville International Airport, Valhermoso Springs, and Hampton Cove. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for North Central, Northeastern, and Northwestern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama: Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. The following is a wind. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for Central Madison County. At 9:09 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over central Madison County, just north and east of Huntsville, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, emergency management. Impact, hail-damaged vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Huntsville, Madison, Moores Mill, Redstone Arsenal, Alabama A&M University, University of Alabama in Huntsville, Maysville, and Rilland. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for North Central, Northeastern, and Northwestern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. This is an extremely dangerous situation. The storm is producing widespread wind damage across portions of Morgan and Lawrence counties. Seek shelter now inside a sturdy structure and stay away from windows. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following county: Madison, Alabama. The following is a wind advisory for the Guntersville, Arab, Boaz, and Albertville listening areas for the following counties in Alabama: Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, and Marshall. Wind advisory in effect from 7 a.m. this morning to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time this afternoon. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour expected. Where? Portions of north central, northeast, and northwest Alabama and southern middle Tennessee. When? From 7 a.m. this morning to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time this afternoon. Impacts: gusty winds could blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Use extra caution when driving, especially if operating a high-profile vehicle. Secure outdoor objects. You're listening to the voice of the National Weather Service on NOAA Weather Radio Station WNG 642. Broadcast as a public service from the transmission facilities of WAFN Fun 92.7 FM radio in Arab, Alabama. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service office in Huntsville and is transmitted on a frequency of 162.525. At 9 a.m. At Albertville Regional Airport, skies were cloudy. The temperature was 63 degrees. The dew point was 59, making the relative humidity 88%. Winds were south at 14 miles an hour, gusting to 22. The pressure was 29.87 inches and steady. At Coleman Regional Airport, a thunderstorm was reported. The temperature was 63 degrees. The dew point was 63, making the relative humidity 100%. Winds were south at 20 miles an hour, gusting to 26. The pressure was 29.85 inches and rising. Rainfall in the last hour was 0.03 inches. Elsewhere across the area: Fort Payne, cloudy and 64. Scottsboro, cloudy and 64. Gadsden, cloudy and 65. Huntsville, a thunderstorm and 62. Decatur, rain and 62. Muscle Shoals, rain and 64. Once again, at 9 a.m. At Albertville Regional Airport, cloudy and 63. and at Pullman Regional Airport, a thunderstorm N63. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 17, effective until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. This watch includes the following counties in Alabama: Blount, Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA weather radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Repeating, Tornado Watch number 17 has been issued until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama: Blount, Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for northwestern Marshall, southern Madison, and southeastern Morgan counties. At 9:08 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Triana, or 7 miles south of Redstone Arsenal, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include southern Huntsville, Redstone Arsenal, Owens Crossroads, Garley, Triana, Marshall Space Flight Center, Morgan City, Huntsville International Airport, Valhermoso Springs, and Hampton Cove. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama: Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for central Madison County. At 9:09 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over central Madison County, just north and east of Huntsville, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source: emergency management. Impact: hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Huntsville, Madison, Moores Mill, Redstone Arsenal, Alabama A&M. The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Jackson County in northeastern Alabama, northeastern Madison County in north central Alabama until 9:45 a.m. Central Standard Time. At 9:17 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Gurley, or 9 miles southeast of Moores Mill, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Huntsville, Moores Mill, Skyline, Garley, Alabama A&M University, Pleasant Groves, Hightop, Maysville, Princeton, and Estill Fork. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central and northeastern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 9:45 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama: Jackson and Madison. The severe thunderstorm warning for central Madison County is canceled. The storm which prompted the warnings has moved out of the area and has been replaced with a new severe thunderstorm warning to account for its movement eastward into Jackson County. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will relay your report to the National Weather Service, Huntsville, Alabama. The following is a wind advisory for the National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for central Cullman County in north central Alabama until 9:45 a.m. Central Standard Time. At 9:20 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Curry, or 8 miles northeast of Jasper, moving east at 60 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Coleman, Hanceville, Good Hope, Holly Pond, Dodge City, Garden City, Colony, Felon, Walter, and Wilburn. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 9:45 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following county: Coleman, Alabama. The following is a wind advisory for the Guntersville, Arab, Boaz, and Albertville listening areas for the following counties in Alabama: Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, and Marshall. Wind advisory in effect from 7 a.m. this morning to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time this afternoon. What? Southwest winds 15 to 25 miles per hour with gusts up to 35 miles per hour expected. Where? Portions of north central, northeast, and northwest Alabama and southern middle Tennessee. When? From 7 a.m. this morning to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time this afternoon. Impacts: gusty winds could blow around unsecured objects. Tree limbs could be blown down and a few power outages may result. Use extra caution when driving, especially if operating a high-profile vehicle. Secure outdoor objects. At 9 a.m. At Albertville Regional Airport, skies were cloudy. The temperature was 63 degrees. The dew point was 59, making the relative humidity 88%. Winds were south at 14 miles an hour, gusting to 22. The pressure was 29.87 inches and steady. At Cullman Regional Airport, a thunderstorm was reported. The temperature was 63 degrees. The dew point was 63, making the relative humidity 100%. Winds were south at 20 miles an hour, gusting to 26. The pressure was 29.85 inches and rising. Rainfall in the last hour was 0.03 inches. Elsewhere across the area: Fort Payne, cloudy and 64. Scottsboro, cloudy and 64. Gadsden, cloudy and 65. Huntsville, a thunderstorm and 62. Decatur, rain and 62. Muscle Shoals, rain and 64. Once again, at 9 a.m. At Albertville Regional Airport, cloudy and 63. And at Cullman Regional Airport, a thunderstorm and 63. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 17, effective until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. This watch includes the following counties in Alabama: Blount, Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned to NOAA Weather Radio, commercial radio and television outlets, or internet sources for the latest severe weather information. Repeating, Tornado Watch number 17 has been issued until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama: Blount, Cullman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. A severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for northwestern Marshall, southern Madison, and southeastern Morgan counties. At 9:08 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Triana, or 7 miles south of Redstone Arsenal, moving east at 55 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Southern Huntsville, Redstone Arsenal, Owens Crossroads, Garley, Triana, Marshall Space Flight Center, Morgan City, Huntsville International Airport, Valhermosa Springs, and Hampton Cove. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 9:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama: Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. The severe thunderstorm warning for central Madison County is canceled. The storm which prompted the warning has moved out of the area and has been replaced with a new severe thunderstorm warning to account for its movement eastward into Jackson County. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. To report severe weather, contact your nearest law enforcement agency. They will relay your report to the National Weather Service, Huntsville, Alabama. The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northwestern Jackson County in northeastern Alabama, northeastern Madison County in north central Alabama until 9:45 a.m. Central Standard Time. At 9:17 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Gurley, or 9 miles southeast of Moores Mill, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Huntsville, Moores Mill, Skyline, Garley, Alabama A&M University, Pleasant Groves, Hightop, Maysville, Princeton, and Estill Fork. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central and northeastern Alabama and Middle Tennessee. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 9:45 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama: Jackson and Madison. The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for central Cullman County in north central Alabama until 9:45 a.m. Central Standard Time. At 9:20 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Curry, or 8 miles northeast of Jasper, moving east at 60 miles per hour. Hazard: 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source: radar indicated. Impact: hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage.
All right, my friends, we are back here with the coverage. Hope everyone is doing all right this morning. So glad to have you guys here for today. Let's go ahead and get right on back into it. Let's go ahead and position my camera. Oh, we're good. Anyway, so the latest verdict, my friends. Yes, severe weather is still occurring, but there is some good news, is that there is no active tornado warnings as of right this moment. There is a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings, though. We have one just north of New Orleans. for 60-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail. We have another one here towards Meridian, south of DeKalb, for the next 29 minutes. So, obviously, in this concern here, it's for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail, which we are going to be watching out here for. We've had a lot of tornado reports here. Let's see here. Ever since the last update here. Reports of storm damage for people entrapped, trees and power lines down. We've had this one showing damage reported at residents, trees down in highway. So obviously there's been a lot of damage here regarding this tornado we saw earlier that was on the ground, once again in northwestern Alabama. So that is indeed what we are looking at. Now we take a look here at the mesoscale discussions here to currently, see what's going on right now. I would not be surprised, once this cold front continues to push east here, I would not be surprised if we do get some tornado watch activity happening here towards Alabama. I think that's going to be a thing. So, with that being said, we're gonna have to watch this closely. So the storms, like I said, the cold front right now is about halfway through the tornado watch we have in effect here. Once again for Mississippi, Alabama, and of course with this tornado warning this severe thunderstorm watch we have in effect here, complete different. We have a lot of severe thunderstorm warnings embedded inside of these watches. And like I said, across these areas here, not too long ago, probably within the last 45 minutes or so, we've had, or within the last hour, I'd say, we had a new watch that got issued here for portions of, eastern Kentucky, southern Ohio, West Virginia here, stuff like that. So that's what we're looking at. Toby says you mean Georgia. So yeah, new watch I think is going to be issued for Georgia here in a little bit. What did I say, Alabama? Probably Alabama too. I'd say more of the southern area here of Alabama, but eventually moving into Georgia. I've always had that problem. I very, very much know the differences between the states, and I know they're, I know which one's which. It's just for some reason sometimes I call Georgia Alabama. I don't know why. Something I've always done. Even though I've been both of these states here before in my life, and I know exactly which one's which. Hard telling. I mean, obviously it being early in the morning doesn't help either, being up since early. But anyways, we take a look here back towards Jackson, Mississippi. We have a severe thunderstorm warning here towards Meridian. We have ourselves, towards Collinsville, Hickory. There's actually a pretty interesting looking core here. You can see that area of pink, blue, and white. That just might be some hail that's occurring inside of this storm here, which might be something we do need to watch out here for. North of Birmingham, we have another severe thunderstorm warning. Yeah, Huntsville, while we were gone on our breakfast break here, which I never did get to finish my breakfast, I actually ordered food and it just got here probably 7 minutes ago or so. So that's why I had to extend the break here for a little bit. I could have obviously ordered that while I was on the live stream, but regardless, before then, we did have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Huntsville. Like I said, here just south of, Huntland. Once again, this is basically northeastern. You should know where Huntsville is at. Basically north central on this northeastern Alabama here. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect for the next 10 minutes. Regarding the potential of some damaging winds, maybe up to 60 miles an hour, as well as the possibility of some hail, potentially up to quarter size. So that is what we are actively watching here. We take a look here across eastern Kentucky. We have those storms continuing to push east. Hey, I'm honestly really surprised on how fast these storms are moving. We were covering these storms once they were obviously in Louisville, which is really crazy, and they've already tracked their way all the way now to eastern Kentucky, which they're covering some distances here pretty quickly. 2 severe thunderstorm warnings in effect here north of Jackson, Kentucky. Right here towards portions of West Liberty is at risk, or is in the warning here. Campton included. So we are indeed going to be watching out for that. So we'll definitely be on the lookout here. But like I said, right now, the good news is, as of right this moment, there is no active tornado warning. Obviously, knock on wood, because we don't want that to happen anytime soon. But at the moment, we're clear for now We take a look here at the velocity on some of these storms here. I mean, pretty strong winds, I guarantee you, is a concern out of some of these storms here, regardless of, rotation and stuff like that. Like right now, there does not appear there's really any heavy rotation with any of these, but it looks like, I definitely say, I mean, look at this here. We zoom in towards Huntsville, and the winds are showing the potential of, 60 to 70 miles an hour. It would not take much for those winds to bleed their way down here to the surface. So obviously very, very strong winds here. It could be expected right here towards Huntsville. What the current warning has it warned for 60 mile an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Anything for Ohio? Not particularly. You're not really in the risk area in Ohio for the most part. I mean, it's mostly clear. We do, however, have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for southern Ohio without the convective risk here. But that is indeed what we are looking at here. We're going to switch down here to the south a little bit here towards areas of Elizabethtown. It does appear that we are indeed seeing a severe thunderstorm warning here for areas of Upton, Kentucky, south of Elizabethtown once again, north of Horse Cave or Cave City, surrounding area. I actually have family that lives down here. North of Brownsville. Yeah, so those areas here also in a severe thunderstorm warning regarding 60 mile an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail towards Bonneville. That's kind of what we're talking about here. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Tornado on the ground near Gainesville, says Adir. At the moment, there is no active tornado warning in effect here. We did have a tornado that was on the ground here earlier towards areas of Double Springs, towards Haleyville. Also, apparently there's also some hail reported as well. Nothing in the severe realm of things. That has to be an inch in diameter or larger. In this case, it was 0.7 of an inch. So that's what's going on there. But yeah, so like I said, storms moving. Storms moving through. The Huntsville region. Like I said, I mean the winds are pretty strong here. I mean they are definitely cranking and stuff like that. Like I said, some of these wind gusts could potentially be getting up to near 60 miles an hour. Potentially up even a little higher than that, according to the lower level velocities. Like I said, it does not take much. I mean, you have your storms downdraft, basically the air pushing down. It could actually push those 60, 70 mile an hour winds to the surface, in which, honestly, an upgrade to 70 mile an hour wind potential could be favorable, in which something we might need to consider watching with these storms here. Once again, now east of Huntsville. And just as a little thank you for you guys wondering, typically once this cold front moves through, on the back end side is where the severe weather threat diminishes. Because, stability or cold air starts taking place here, starts stabilizing the atmosphere, which obviously leads to overall less of a possibility for severe weather and stuff like that. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning for Louisiana, too, directly north of New Orleans for an area here. Let's see, this is in east of Hammond, or Hammond, however you want to say that, west here of Bogalusa, southeast of Kentwood. That one's actually easy to pronounce here. A lot of these other ones are just flat out crazy to pronounce here. But that's happening there. That is indeed what we are looking at the moment. So we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Jonathan says, "Weather boy." Do you even not know how to spell weather? That's pretty funny actually. But like I said, obviously at the moment, I mean, really, luckily at the moment there's no tornado activity right now. But like I said, obviously that is kind of what we're looking at here. It's pronounced Hamon. Are you serious? It's pronounced Hamon? All right. Let's see. Renee says it's sunny here now. I mean, that's typically a thing that will happen is once this cold front moves through is that those clouds usually do tend to break here. For an example, I mean, you can see right here on my right-hand side of the screen, you see what the one I'm zooming in and out on? That is basically the, like I said, that is basically the satellite, the visible satellite view right now. That's the top of Louisiana right here. Here's Arkansas. And you can see behind it, right there's the cold front where my cursor's at. Obviously, behind that there is where there's an opening, obviously where the drier air is starting to take place. Which you can see that dry air on this one right here. You can see that red there, that's showing the drier air. So it's kind of cool to see all these in perspective. So But yeah, well, usually once once the cold front moves through, it probably won't take too long to have maybe some of those conditions become maybe a little bit more sunny. Depends on where you're at though exactly. I mean, if you're up here towards like Kentucky, it's going to remain overcast pretty much all day. But more of those areas for like Mississippi and eventually Alabama could eventually see some clearing after these storms do decide they want to move through. But that is kind of what we are seeing here. But anyways, that is indeed what we are actively seeing here. We're going to go ahead and switch over here to something I want to go ahead and show you guys, the visible satellite, or the infrared satellite we'll look at here. You can see a lot of heavy activity is currently kicking across the areas here, like I said, especially towards at the moment, Alabama starting to fire off here pretty strong. We take a look here at the radar and stuff like that. Like I said, you can see all the storm activity. We're starting to see a little bit more of some storms starting to grow here towards like eastern Louisiana, which is interesting. Let's see. Devin says, good morning. Good morning. Hope you're doing good. Glad to have you here. But yeah, so a lot of activity is really kicking off here, and it has been for the last while here at this point. Let's see. Proxy with a $25 super chat. Thank you so much, Proxy. Glad to have you here, my friend. Saying good morning, everyone. Yawn. Trying to wake up. Yeah, honestly, I feel you there. We've been live here for the last 2 hours. We've been live here for quite a while. Well, Proxy, thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. We got a warning coming through. We might need to tune into this here. See what's going on across the way. Once again, Proxy, thank you so much. Super nice of you. Okay, I'm going to turn this up.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for northeastern Jackson County in northeastern Alabama, southeastern Franklin County in Middle Tennessee.
Okay, so yeah, this is now extending into Tennessee now.
At 9:41 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 8 miles north of Skyline, or 18 miles south of Winchester, moving northeast at 55 miles per hour. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, hail damage to vehicles is expected.
Switch over the radar, y'all.
Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Locations impacted include Bridgeport, Stevenson, Skyline,
yeah, so that's for this guy right here, y'all can see.
Jericho, Russell Cage,
that is the new warning that issued for portions of northeastern Alabama and southern
move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard
So that
Time
pink
for
bracket
North
is the
Central
tornado
and
watch we're talking
Northeastern
about.
Alabama and Middle Tennessee. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been
whole
issued
bracket is a
until
tornado watch,
10:15
meaning that
a.m.
tornadoes are
Central
favorable
Standard
across
Time
those
for the
locations
following
today.
county: Jackson, Alabama.
Or a few tornadoes will be favorable. Another warning back to back. Well, this is actually going to be, this event's going to get stronger as the day progresses. At least forecasted to. And based off of the activity we've seen so far this morning, it's pretty crazy. Honestly, a lot more active than I thought it would be.
The National Weather Service in Huntsville, Alabama has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Marshall County in northeastern Alabama.
Okay, so they just expired the one for Huntsville, y'all. Huntsville is mostly in the clear here for the most part.
10:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. At 9:42 a.m. Central Standard Time, a severe thunderstorm was located over Dodge City, or 8 miles south of Coleman, moving east at 60 miles per
There you go,
hour.
that's now gone.
Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts.
Oh, let's see. Probably for this guy right here.
Radar
Has to be.
indicated. Impact.
For Coleman?
Expects damage to roofs, siding, and trees.
Coleman, north of
Locations
Warrior.
impacted include Coleman, Guntersville.
Yep, there you go. They just said
Hansville,
Coleman. So
Greenville,
that's the same
Holly
cell
Farm,
where they just
Dodge City,
warned you
Douglas,
now.
Baileyton,
So
Garden
next 30
City,
minutes,
and
60
Colony.
mile winds and
For
pretty
your
hail.
protection,
Pretty
move
size
to an
hail.
interior room on the lowest floor of a building. A tornado watch remains in effect
Once again,
until
big
1
brackets,
p.m.
tornado
Central
watch.
Standard Time
Heads
for
up for
North
y'all for the
Central,
new viewers
Northeastern,
popping
and
in here.
Northwestern Alabama. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 10:15
So yeah, new severe thunderstorm warning just got issued. But turn that down a little bit. Anyways, but we'll turn this down on the other end too, just to make the not as loud as I am here.
You're listening
Anyways, but yeah, I mean, look at this. I mean, we take a look at the infrared view here on the satellite view. I mean, like, look at this. Southern Ohio is even popping up in a lot of black, which that means that there is a lot of what we call convection occurring. A lot of, I'm sure you've heard of a convection oven. Basically, cycles the air between cold and warm. Basically, what's happening in the atmosphere is the cycle between warm and cold air. Obviously, you know, that circulation, you know, that little circulation of stages is what we call convection. And there's some strong convection happening here in Ohio, actually. But like I said, for the most part, Ohio is not at risk for any, like I said, is not at risk for any severe weather. Although recently, not long ago, there was actually a severe thunderstorm watch that has gotten issued, and actually for portions of southern Ohio. Of course, this is excluding Cincinnati, so Cincinnati is not included with this. And I don't think it will be. And as a matter of fact, they actually just got rid of that severe thunderstorm watch for Louisville. As you can see, so for once, you can see that red bar here, that red bracket, that's the severe thunderstorm watch you see. And in the latest scan, you can see how they just now updated it, canceling a lot of the counties. Still keeping it for like Lexington, though. But honestly, you know, towards like Elizabethtown, south of Louisville. But they canceled it for like a lot of northern and northwestern Kentucky, which is good. But anyways, that's what we're looking at here right now. That is indeed what we are seeing here. And like I said, if you guys have missed it, earlier today we did have a tornado that was on the ground. Unfortunately, we were tracking it live here south of Haleyville, Alabama. Once again, this is northwestern Alabama, which is very unfortunate. I hope everyone is okay. There was some reports of, you know, houses destroyed and damaged. Also, there was reports, you can see right here for yourself. See in the bottom where it says remark. It basically says report of storm damage with people entrapped, which is not good. So, hopefully everything's okay. We're going to have to tune in later on to see if we have any more info on that one tornado. As of now, that's the only tornado that we've seen that actually has been confirmed. Honestly, I would not be surprised if that's not the last. And like I said, we move into those orange areas. You can barely see it because the satellite's overlapping. Which I can turn off here for a second. But you can see that orange area. That's the big risk today. Like I said, that's basically the that's the enhanced risk. That's the bullseye for today's event. I'm gonna stand up here a little bit, y'all. Don't move my camera. That way I can actually like stretch and stuff. Because like I said, I've been sitting down for a while between today and yesterday, and obviously I want to be able to stand up a little bit, talk about it. Still, like I said before, I really need one of those stand-up desks. You know, the ones that you can adjust and stuff like that. But yeah, that's what's going on there, y'all. But luckily, no tornadic activity at this exact moment. Once again, knock on wood. Hopefully that does not increase either. Like I said, for my friends across the red area, southern Ohio, West Virginia, portions of central southern Kentucky, there's a severe thunderstorm watch in effect. Will remain the eastern watch. You can see the eastern bracket will remain in effect until 4 p.m. and the western bracket remains in effect until 1. So a little bit to go. And then you might be wondering, well, what is the what's the pink? So the pink bracket is a tornado watch. That is where tornadoes are possible, you know, across the regions, in which we got to be watching out for across those areas. I just realized like how tall I am compared to the camera here. There we go. And try to keep it in frame as much as possible. Let's see here. Good morning, Andrew, says Liam. Love your haircut. Thank you so much. Yeah, I cut it myself actually last night. Which, thank you. Appreciate it. Let's see here. My mom had an alert on her phone, says Braden. Obviously, I hope that she's okay. Depends on what kind of alert she got. Some hail, strong winds going on. They say, though, stay inside. Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, no matter the warning, I mean, if you're under a severe thunderstorm warning even, still take it seriously. I mean, you know, severe thunderstorms are said to be severe anyways, you know. I mean, a severe thunderstorm is not something you want to take lightly here, obviously. Sorry for moving the camera so much, y'all. There's going to be moments where I'm going to want to sit up and sit down and stuff. But anyways. Let's go and see here. So we have ourselves a, like I said, obviously we have ourselves a severe thunderstorm warning in effect south of Elizabethtown. For 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, quarter-size hail. Once again, it's just south of Louisville as well. Another one here for eastern Kentucky. West here of, let's see, this is directly west of Paintsville. Here for West Liberty. We move into Tennessee, Alabama region. We have one for portions of, High Top, Skyline, Stevenson, Alabama, northeastern side. We have another one here more closer to Birmingham. Birmingham's right here, y'all can see. Between Huntsville and Birmingham, directly in the middle between both of them. We have ourselves for Coleman, see here, north of Clarence, north of Sneed. That's a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for, once again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts in this case. And, like I said, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and stuff like that, and penny-sized hail. Oh, okay, we have a new tornado warning just now popped up. I should not have jinxed it. I did knock on wood, though, so hopefully that helped a little bit. And this one's not far from Tuscaloosa. It's just south of it. I think Tuscaloosa would be all right. But look, there's Tuscaloosa not too far away. I mean, Tuscaloosa's getting this storm right now. Oh, yeah. Towards Utah. I'm going to assume that W is silent. So we're going to call it Utah. That is where there is a very strong air rotation. You can see right there. Oh, yeah. Wow. That is really cranking. Holy cow. Look at that. We got 81 outgoing. 45. Apparently that's outgoing too. But that's crazy. That is actually really crazy. Sorry. Got to stand up again. That's just a little bit nuts to think, though. I mean, seriously, look at that. 81 outgoing. Like, that is some strong rotation. That is some really strong rotation in that storm. Let's see. Nothing on correlation coefficient, though, which is good. So nothing regarding, nothing regarding debris signatures as of yet. Hopefully that does not come to the case. But anyways, that's some strong rotation, y'all. That is a good definition of be in your shelter because, strong rotation occurring. Towards Utah, eventually heading towards Akron. I remember actually covering these areas before on the channel. I've actually been to these areas here on the channel before. Towards Moundville. Yeah, that's a bit concerning. That's a little bit concerning here. And everything like that. So, anyways, but we're gonna have to watch out for this here for a little bit. No debris signature is a good thing. That is very true. As of right now, I mean, let's hope it stays that way. But regardless of that or not, you got to be in your shelter here if you're towards Utah or towards Moundville. Definitely is a little bit crazy. Just a little bit crazy. But let's keep our eyes out for it. We'll keep our eyes out on it. Let's see here. Yeah, nothing for Kentucky other than these two severe thunderstorm warnings you have. There's Stormy behind me. See Stormy on the table? That is our new kitty. Switching back here to Louisville, south of Elizabethtown. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect here towards Upton. Gotcha. Well, anyways, guys, we've been live here for about 2.5 hours. I think. Okay, so the major event's supposed to happen later on. Well, from now until basically later on tonight. So what I'm going to have to say is I think we might call it quits here for now because I didn't even finish my breakfast or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and probably take myself a nap. Actually, I did not get much sleep last night. Take myself a nap. I'm going to go eat rest my breakfast here. We will be back later on for more coverage. Like I said, obviously we'll be back here later on for more coverage regarding things. Sorry, like I said, sorry I can't keep on going all day. This is also not my house, and obviously there's people that live here, and so I gotta let them go through the kitchen where I'm actually filming right now. Like I said, I'm actually down here in Florida, hanging out with my brother. So, unfortunately, we do have a new tornado warning that just popped up here, though, south of DeKalb. Anyways, west of Cuba, not the country, but the area here. 81 mile an hour is crazy. That is pretty crazy. So watch out there, my friends, for a tornado warning. About 19 minutes ago on that one. But anyways, like I said, I hate to go, y'all. I really do. But, obviously, me being here, it's part of it. I can't be live, all the time. Now, if I was back in Kentucky at my quote-unquote wardrobe, then I'd be able to be live during this whole entire event. But we'll check in with you guys. We'll do another live stream later on today. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, my friends. Be greatly appreciated. Stay safe out there. Once again, if you are in any of these shades of colors, we're going to go ahead and talk about it. If you are in eastern Louisiana, portions of central eastern Mississippi, panhandle of Florida, the entire state here of Alabama, the entire state of Georgia, central western South Carolina, western North Carolina, central eastern Tennessee, southern portions of Kentucky, western Virginia, you guys are at risk here for severe storms for today. All right. Proxy says, see you later, Andrew. See you later, Proxy. Well, anyways, my friends, it's going to wrap it up here for right now for the coverage. We will be back here later on today. Like I said, once again, I'm going to try to get a little bit, I'm going to try to get a little bit of rest here. I got to finish my breakfast, stuff like that. So, obviously, everything like that. But we'll be back later on, guys, just to check up on y'all and to let you guys know what the latest info and stuff like that is. But once again, if you guys did enjoy it, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Looks like we got a new warning that's popping up here as we head out. All right, guys. Once again, thank you so much. It's all good. Get some rest, Andrew. Thank you. No problem, Eric. Thank you for being here. Yeah, we live close to Cincinnati. Storms make me nervous. You should be all right. Yep, severe thunderstorm warning. Yep, they just now extended that in the northeast. All right, guys. Well, like I said, thank you once again for joining us. Hope y'all have an amazing rest of your day. Like I said, we'll catch you guys later on. I'm not sure exactly what time. Probably sometime tonight. We're probably going to go live around the normal time we go live. Maybe around 9 or so. I know it's a while. And we'll have to recap on the event and stuff like that. That way everyone, once everyone goes to bed and stuff like that, then we can actually go back live and stuff. But all right, my friends. Well, that's going to wrap it up for now. Once again, big shout out goes to Proxy as well as Carl for the donations today. Thank you guys so much for that. You guys absolutely rock. Thank you all so much. All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap it up here for now. Stream's heading off here in 2 minutes. So say goodbye to your friends and family accordingly. And we'll catch you guys here later on. All right, my friends, stay safe out there. If you got any questions, if you're worried about something, feel free to tag us on Discord. Like I said, we actually have our Discord down in the description if y'all want to join. Stuff like that. We'll catch you guys here in a little bit. All right, my friends, take care. See you then.
Until 10:30 a.m. Central Standard Time for the following counties in Alabama: DeKalb and Jackson. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 17, effective until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. This watch includes the following counties in Alabama: Blount, Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the development of severe weather, including tornadoes, large hail, and damaging winds in and close to the watch area. While severe weather may not be imminent, persons should remain alert for rapidly changing weather conditions and listen for later statements and possible warnings. Stay tuned. The severe thunderstorm warning for southwestern Marshall and central Cullman counties is canceled. The storm which prompted the warning has weakened below severe limits and no longer poses an immediate threat to life or property. Therefore, the warning has been canceled. However, gusty winds are still possible with this thunderstorm. A tornado watch remains in effect until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time for north central, northeastern, and northwestern Alabama. The National Weather Service has issued Tornado Watch number 17, effective until 1 p.m. Central Standard Time. This watch includes the following counties in Alabama: Blount, Coleman, DeKalb, Jackson, Madison, Marshall, and Morgan. Remember, a tornado watch means the conditions are favorable for the